I'm a waving hello. Hello there, people. It is I, Captain Stephen X. So today, chums, I'm going to be guiding you guys in the viewer world around a station. Heck yes, I am. So yeah, stations haven't changed much for quite some time. There are a few new additions, though, to be aware of in 2021. Oh, here's my first tip. You don't have to use the ramps. You can jetpack up, and you should have enough jetpack strength to do that from day frickin' dot. Now, the NPCs that you're going to come across inside of the station, you're going to have a dominant life form. So in this system, it's Vy'keen. So there should be far more Vy'keen up here than others, but you can see there's a Korvax and there's a Gek as well. So you will encounter other races. That didn't always be the case. No, that's quite a fairly recent addition. But here we go. There's navigational data. Sometimes you can find them in these little black pucks. Here we go. Oh, have I got my HUD turned off? I think I might have. Just 1 second. Let me just make sure my HUD is turned on, because really it should have popped up with nanites or navigational data. Let's see what I got. Navigational data. Sweet. Awesome. Right, so as you can see, there's quite a fair few Vy'keen here. So if you have got trinkets like Vy'keen daggers and things like that, you can hand them off to the Vy'keen. Let's start with this room over here, chums, because this room over here is fairly redundant. But if you're a new player, you can usually get some free nanites or some free units in here or something. But yeah, it's kind of not even worth it going through the 2 doors for such a small and menial amount of stuff. But it's free, and everybody likes a freebie, heck yes, but this room isn't used for much else. No. I've always thought that room would be cool, though, if you did have station ownership. You know, you could have your own little headquarters in there, your own little station owner room. Anyway, here's the Galactic trade interface. You've got 2 options. You've got buy and you've got sell. And you can also change your inventory from up here, so I can swap it from Starship to Freighter to Exosuit. So just make sure you've got the right infantry selected and that you're in the right menu. Now, you can buy stacks by just hitting these arrows here to choose how much you want to actually buy. But if you go 1 less, it actually goes to the full amount. So if you want the full stack, just hit it to the left. I didn't find that out for ages. Sword pointed out to me ages ago. Yeah, I had no idea. So that's a nice little tip. So there we go. Awesome. Fantastical. Right, so now let's start off with these people that are up here. The actual NPC vendors, if you want to call them vendors. So let's start off with this chap. Now, this guy offers you misiones. Heck yes, he does. Now, there's some of these missions that stack. So if you was to have, like, look for the scan, kill, and hunt type missions. They're the ones that stack. All the rest, like deliver items and stuff, don't. If you want to actually get a load of units and nanites quickly, you can stack missions. And I'll put a video card at the top there on how to stack the missions, because you can earn a lot of nanites, a lot of units, and up all your faction ratings with that video that I just put up there, chums, just by choosing the right missions. This guy, the Guild Envoy, they haven't really implemented guilds per se as yet. I feel that he should have far more function than he's got so far. But as you travel the stars and you do things and you up your faction rating, speaking to the Guild Envoy, he may give you a reward. So every time you jump systems, just check in with them, because you may have done something that's pleased them and you may get something for free. Everybody likes a freebie. Heck, freebie, yes! Okay, this guy, he likes, well, he actually gives you maps, but you give him the navigational data. So you know that little puck I picked up earlier? I can swap it for a map. Heck yes, I can. And these maps will take you to places of interest. So yeah, I'm going to pick up one of each map, I think, chums, and I'm going to do a future video, a little bit like this one, but on every single building type that you may find on planets. Heck yes, that's going to take me a while to put together. So yeah, that'll be a future video. But what I would say is there's a new building type in 2021. Yeah, the Colossal Archive is a new addition. Yeah, you know what? I'll put a card on how to find the Colossal Archive up there in the top right corner. Be sure to check that out, because it's an awesome new building. They're freaking massive. Next up, you've got the Station Teleporter, which will allow you to teleporticate to any of your bases or previously visited staciones. Yeah, so handy, fast travel, awesome, and that's a great way to also stack missions. You can jump from station to station and stack those missions. But yeah, watch the Stack the Missions video for that to make sense. Now, Vy'keen systems are quite popular for fighters. Gek systems are quite popular for the haulers and the shuttles, whereas the Korvax systems are better for explorers. Righto, so ship-wise, so yeah, if you're ship hunting, be sure to visit those sort of systems. This little terminal over here lets you upgrade your starships, talking about starships, or scrap your starships. So there's all sorts you can do here, but you are going to need maybe a lot of units or whatever to actually upgrade your ship, or nanites to upgrade the class. So yeah, just be aware of that. There are ways and means to upgrade them for free, but yeah, I put a card up there about ship scrapping. Be sure to go watch that if your ship scrapping tantalizes your taste buds. Right, so here we go. We've got an appearance modifier, and you can see here I'm now yellow, but you can have up to 3 saved defaults. So if you tinker around in here, you can actually save them to these loadouts down here. So I've got red and black, I've got yellow, and I've got this guy, because I like the EOS head. I really wish they would lip sync them though to mic, so as I'm talking, if its mouth moved, I would probably be running around as EOS all the time, because I like that. It's freaking ace. Okay. Now, every time that you jump to a station, yes, be sure to go and visit one of these little tube things over here, because it lets you upgrade a slot in your exosuit or technology slot. It is going to cost you units, but it's not all that expensive, to be fair, until you get into the latter stages of that sort of process. This guy will sell you modules for your exosuit, including hazard protection. Now, when you go into these menus of all of these guys, all of these vendors over this side, be sure to go through all 3 pidgets, because it's not until the latter pages that you get the S-class listed. So yeah, you might miss a trick if you don't press down. Heck yes. You can also sell your unwanted modules to these vendors. When you go to purchase, look, there is also a sell option. Hit the sell option, you'll be able to sell. Okay, so yeah, you can sell your modules there too. Yeah, it's not obvious. There we go, there's another navigational cube. You can see there that that one is blue. There's also orange ones and those flat pucks that you saw earlier that will give you the navigational data. And again, look, this guy's got an S-class, but it wasn't until I pressed down that I saw that S-class, and that one's for ships. So the other one was for exocrafts, ships, and this guy is obviously multi-tool. You can see here we've got a multi-tool in a cabinet as well. Checking this, I mean, it's not going to give you a discount or anything. It's a shame it doesn't give you discounts based on your faction ratings up in the stations, but here we go. You can actually upgrade and install slots on your actual multi-tools now. You can't actually customize your multi-tools or your ships at this stage, chums. You can customize the coloration of your freighters and also your exocrafts, but yeah, not your multi-tools or your ships at the moment. Right, here we go. So you can purchase modules for your mining beams and your multi-tools from this guy, and again, press down into the menu system. Awesome. So that's all the vendors over this side. There is one other vendor, the scrap dealer, but I'll cover him off at the end. He's a new addition. Yeah, so he appeared in the Desolations update, which was the latter part of 2020. But yeah, so here we go. Let's pick up these. Let's pick up these little cubes. You can see here that these ones are blue, but there are orange ones as well. Let's see if we can. I think I'll just pick. Did I pick up an orange one? There's an orange one just over on this counter. We'll have that one. Now, sometimes it says navigational data. You pick it up and it actually turns into nanites. It's a bit of a weird one. The labeling isn't quite right. But here we go. We can head into this final room over here. And this isn't so empty as on the other side. Heck no. This one has got quite a lot of merchants inside. And when you talk to these guys, they will offer to come down to your base and give assisting hands at your base. So this guy is an overseer, but you may also come across, you know, the armorer or all sorts of other sorts of guys up here offering to come and help out at your base. If you don't find an armorer in here, be sure to check out the Colossal Archive, because sometimes he might be down there. If you've got a marker, yeah, and it's not quite working in the station, try there. Now, there is a Galactic trade terminal interface over here, and it may sell different items to the actual trade terminal over at the opposite side. Only the bottom few things, I feel. But here we go. Here's another one of those navigational datas, and now we're heading into the final room of the station. This one is locked with an Atlas card level 3. Now, when you get the Atlas card level 3, you probably are going to be quite far into game. And now these end rooms here, even though they're locked behind a level 3 card, there's very rarely anything in there that feels like it should be for a level 3 type player. No, you know, dehydrogen jelly. Well, I can craft that. I could craft that like, you know, 5 minutes in. It's freaking ridiculous. I mean, why? These rooms should have something far better than this in here. Sometimes you do get remembrance stations, and yeah, they give you a bit of final game lore. So yeah, if you've done pretty much everything, go looking for the remembrance terminals inside of those rooms. And yeah, there's some new lore to be had. It's pretty darn sweet. Okay, well, let's talk to this scrap dealer over here. When I say new lore, I mean it's old lore, but if you haven't done them, it's going to be new. Okay, right, so they will give you coordinates for a derelict freighter, but they also sell lots of different other stuff. So in here, they call it scrap, but there's all sorts of decals and things for your bases and all sorts of other stuff, including X-Class modules, which are also quite new. They have the chance of being better than an S, but I find the S's are a little bit more reliable when it comes to stable stats. You're going to have to re-roll a lot of X-Classes, basically. But yeah, they're new, and the derelict freighters are new. So there we go. You can get a freebie, though, from Helios, so be sure to check the Nexus. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again. I want to say a massive, great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!